Well, hun, what day is it?
Saturday.
Saturday. And where are we sitting right now?
Front of our bunkhouse.
Yep, on the 320 Ranch. What's the name of our cabin?
Grizzly.
Grizzly. Yep, and what do we do today?
Drove.
Yes, we did. We drove. Um, Based off of my Google Map history, it looks like we've put on about 1,200 miles of driving. So Ian kept saying, "We drove," and we have. We have driven, but we have seen so much of this state, tons and tons and tons of Montana, lots of Wyoming, and we're even able to circumvent around on our way to Virginia City and figure out a way of being able to hit into Idaho and be able to check off Idaho. So we've got Idaho done too. Um, Today was Virginia City, which was very interesting. Really old gold mining town. Some of the things were already shut down because it's shoulder season, so it's close to the end of the season. But we still got to see a bunch of things. Um, Thoughts on what do we do? What do we do tomorrow?
Drive.
Drive. Yeah,
Go
we've
to
got to
the
get up.
airport.
Yeah, go to the airport. We'll probably get up about 1:30 tomorrow morning, kind of the same schedule that we did on our way out, and then it's about an hour ish to the Bozeman airport, and then we fly Bozeman to Salt Lake City, Salt Lake to Detroit, and then Detroit back to Harrisburg. So, thoughts on the trip?
Loved it.
Loved it? Are you
Loved
sure?
it. Loved it. Loved it.
It was a pleasant surprise. Yeah, yep. Um, like I'd said when this whole venture started, we had a cruise planned for this year, and obviously that did not work out. So we decided we had to go someplace, and this is where we ended up. Highly recommend it. If you have not seen this part of the country, is astonishingly beautiful. The people are incredible. Maybe we've been too urbanized over the last 20 years that we've become a little bit more citified, if that is probably not a word, but it is now. I've just created a new word. But the people have absolutely been phenomenal. The food is excellent. One thing that I have noticed versus all of you people that are Lancaster blood, um, salt is the big thing out here, which makes sense because everything was probably originally salt cured, and back home everything is sweet, way too sweet. I'll take the salt over the sweet, but they definitely like salt. Probably our favorite restaurant was where we had dinner last night, and then we just finished our final meal at tonight, the River House, and the barbecue is fantastic. So pork and chicken and lots of beef. One of the things that we noticed was that obviously huge amounts of beef cows out here. Beautiful black Angus, just fields full of black Angus. We've eaten our fair share, more than our fair share of buffalo and elk.
Elk.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of elk. The parks are incredible. Do you have a favorite of the three for your parks?
Probably Glacier.
Really? And that wasn't what you were expecting,
No.
was it? Yellowstone is incredible. It is. It really is. But I agree. For me, it's Glacier. Glacier first, then the Tetons, then Yellowstone. No matter what, Yellowstone is something that you must see if you get a chance. Some people over the course of years have said, "How in the world do you guys pull off trips like this without spending an incredible fortune?" You can do it. There are ways around it. If you're looking to plan a trip, doesn't matter where it is. No, if you know me, this isn't what I do for a living, but I really really like to travel, and I like to try to get the best possible of everything without being obnoxiously expensive. And besides, if I spend too much money, she yells at me. So
I do.
she does. Yeah, she absolutely does. So we did this trip very economically, but still stayed in great places. We're not afraid to stop wherever we wanted to stop, eat whatever we wanted to eat, drink whatever we want, and see whatever we want. One of the biggest things is park prices are $35 a vehicle, and I have a National Parks annual pass for $80. So that pays for itself, and that's good for a year. For every national park nationwide, You just show them the card, show them your ID, and they say thanks, have a nice day. It's beautiful. It is. We woke up to snow this morning, and everybody who knows this knows we hate the cold. It's not warm here this time of year by any stretch of the imagination, but that is definitely this is a good time to go. Go during the shoulder season, either prior to real early spring or in the fall post Labor Day, when the crowds are substantially smaller and you get to see so much more and not have to deal with the huge crowds. But other than that, I want to say thanks for following us along on this little adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you've realized that we've had a good time. For married couples that still have kids, travel with your kids. For married couples who their kids are grown, travel with your spouse, because these are the times that carry us through the year when we're tired and we're working and we're doing everything that we do. So, any final thoughts? We drove.
I'm cold.
I'm cold. We're going to go back inside the cabin where it's nice and toasty warm, have coffee, start to put some things together, and we'll be checking out and heading east. So that's it. Thanks again. Enjoy. Peace.